This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw, gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
DC! Horrible. Super 66.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Eluding the... And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Dante Fowler in on the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun, it's Rosen. This one complete to Gresham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the toss, here's Johnson. Pushing through the contact. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Lucky 56. Gone.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Rosen will throw. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They pitch it out to Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The play fake. Here's Rosen. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. To go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3. From Detroit to Miami and now with the Rams, Suh is such a load, Charles.
And what a pickup from Miami for the Rams, and what a win-win as well, because for the Rams, it's a 1-year contract, but you're picking up one of the better players in the game. And for Sue, a one-year contract to show the rest of the league what he still has.
And now it's Rosen looking. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw is Rosen. Josh Rosen put that one in the trophy case, his first NFL touchdown pass, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't care how calm, cool, collected you carry yourself. I don't care how contained you are in your emotions. Your first touchdown pass in the NFL is awfully special. And Josh Rosen is always going to put out the vibe that, hey, I do this all the time. But inside, he's got to be so excited to have that first taste of success in the league.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st down, it's gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Goff on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Gone!
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Caught right side. Gresham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got Gresham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start. as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
12.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this one's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he's got Fitzgerald. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, You bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Rosen on fourth down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And now it's Rosen looking. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rosen will throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Rosen to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Rosen. That is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Rosen now off the bootleg. A cool moment, the inaugural touchdown of the NFL career of Christian Kirk as they have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And Zerline's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So out now come the Cardinals. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On 3rd down, Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Goff now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot here for Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You never